Just a couple of quick questions. Mr. Asthana, we haven't talked about other technologies like demand response, and I have an expensive thermostat in my house which I can control. I've cut my energy use in my home here in Washington by 30% in the last 6 months by using this thermostat that you can turn it off during the day when you're not there. Are there other technologies that we should be talking about, and are they being sufficiently developed and utilized?
Yeah, I think energy efficiency, demand response, and then using the spare capacity that we have on the grid that's going to show up in the form of vehicles and batteries that are plugged in, sort of not building that again, finding ways to reuse that when it's plugged in, I think is going to be a big part of the future. And we are piloting those technologies. In fact, PJM has, I think, one of the premier demand response programs in the world. And it's a key part of maintaining reliability. And I think the importance of demand response is only going to grow.
Thank you. I want to join my other colleagues talking about bipartisan permitting reform. It's something we have to do in order to achieve whatever the future looks like in terms of green energy. It's going to require building things. And Mr. Tudor pointed out, for example, we're overly dependent upon China for lithium, which is an essential part of EV batteries. So we have to talk about permitting reform in a reasonable period of time to get things done. There were some permitting reforms in the budget deal that we're talking about, voting on in the next 24 hours, hopefully. But they didn't. There's a lot that wasn't done. For example, transmission has to be part of it. Mr. Robb, isn't that correct, that we really have to talk about being able to construct a new transmission?
No question, and it needs to be done much more quickly than we're able to do today.
And a final piece is, we haven't talked too much about the pipeline system, but in New England, the gas pipeline system is part of the grid. And I believe that FERC should have more responsibility in terms of gas pipelines and reliability and cyber protection, given the integral role that the gas pipeline system plays in the operation of the grid at the current time. Do you agree?
I agree with that, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, friends. So this is it. Republican Senator Bill Cassidy wants to save Social Security, but experts are worried about whether the White House will allow him to do so. Senator Cassidy is now meeting with other lawmakers to improve his current plan of protecting monthly benefits. If passed, Social Security's insolvency program will be solved, and benefits may be slightly increased. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to learn more about this. Also, I will be announcing the 2 surprise winners of Saturday's Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter these weekly giveaways, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, my friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. GOP Senator Bill Cassidy is now trying to lead an effort in Congress to protect Social Security, commonly referred to as a third rail of American politics. Senator Cassidy has told reporters that he is trying to prevent benefits from being cut as the program goes insolvent. Both President Biden and the former president are campaigning to protect Social Security, but not offering much of anything on how they plan to do it. Senator Cassidy has said that a cut in benefits could cause poverty among the elderly to nearly double. If Washington, D.C. does nothing, in about 1 decade, Social Security will start to run out of money. It is funded by workers' taxes and any surpluses or interest earnings in its trust fund. The program cannot borrow money on its behalf, so the only option once existing funds are exhausted would be an estimated 24% benefit cut for all recipients. Nearly everyone over the age of 65 in the United States receives some form of Social Security benefit. It is unlikely that Washington will let it get to that point. Social Security is popular and economically crucial for millions of Americans, but few in positions of power are actually trying to come up with a fix to actually prevent it from ever happening. But few in positions of power are actually trying to come up with a fix to actually prevent it from happening. About 2 years ago, Bill Cassidy decided to start working on it. He stated, "It occurred to me that we could address this by creating an investment fund. And if we did that, it would be a way to address the shortfall." Senator Cassidy has teamed up with independent Senator Angus King, who caucuses with Democrats. They have already begun to approach senators one by one to pitch them on their big idea. So the pitch goes like this: invest $1.5 trillion over 5 years in an independent investment fund that is separate from Social Security. According to Cassidy, you let it sit there for 70 years and you allow it to grow. It would then eventually become adequate to pay for 75% of liabilities of the Social Security Trust Fund. The government would have to borrow money to pay for scheduled benefits. The fund would be managed independently of Congress, with the intention of preventing future political interference. Senator Cassidy concedes his plan only partially solves the solvency problem. It does not address the tougher questions about raising taxes or the retirement age. But he said, at a minimum, it will not raise taxes on seniors or affect anyone close to retirement. Cassidy and his staff have been working hard with other lawmakers to get feedback and make changes as they go. There was a short window where Senator Cassidy thought President Biden might engage on Social Security after the 2022 midterms, because Cassidy believes divided government is the only way to advance bipartisan legislation that affects entitlement programs. But Biden still has not announced anything on his plan to help Social Security. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on all of this? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. In April, more than 66 million Americans took home a benefit check from Social Security, 49.3 million of which were retired workers. And among these retirees, close to 90% rely on their monthly payout to cover some portion of their monthly expenses. Whether you're retired or have just entered the workforce, surveys consistently show that most Americans will lean on their Social Security payout in some capacity during their golden years. In other words, maximizing what you'll receive from the Social Security program is very important. All told, more than half a dozen elements can impact what you'll bring home monthly or get to keep from your benefit check. As an example, Social Security benefits become taxable above certain income thresholds. Additionally, a dozen states tax Social Security payouts to some varied degree. But when whittled down to the basics, 4 components are ultimately responsible for determining what you'll receive each month from Social Security. It is your work history, earning history, full retirement age, and claiming age. Well, my beautiful and my most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you so much, friends, for being here and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. The 2 winners of Saturday's surprise Walmart gift card giveaway is Mary Lowe and Lizette Ramos. Congratulations, my dearest friends. To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or you could message me on my Facebook page. Thank you, dear friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.